see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the 49ers and the Chiefs under the lights on Monday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
You look at this Niner defense, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now a 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Dobbs to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
First down, 49ers.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 13 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? his offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Dobbs. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Let's go. On play action, it's Dobbs. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Dobbs is throwing. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A give right side for Pacheco. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. In motion, the tight end. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Yellow. Right side. Right side.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Yellow. Right side.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's Dobbs to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second down and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw Dobbs. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Throwing here, Dobbs. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They're going to look to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. That's into the hands of Worthy. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Throwing now is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. To throw again on second down. Mahomes able to find Gray here. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Bryce Young, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the victory.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Niners offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, San Francisco.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 48-yard line, here's a second down and 4. This is McCaffrey on the give. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Looking to throw. Lehman gets this one to Juszczyk. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now here's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. This is fielded at the 7. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw is Dobbs. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Dobbs. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Dobbs. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Niners' 26-yard line.
43! 40!
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The tight end in motion right. Now Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Hey, Sunday.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Fire side.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
We're back now in KC. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now Dobbs. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Dobbs is throwing. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. McCaffrey going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Second down and 3. McCaffrey on the toss right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Right side.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And 16.
Right side. Right side.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. So the victory here for San Francisco. And this win was impressive, Charles. And look, they were honest with us this week. They had this game circled on the calendar for quite a while, coming in and taking down the reigning Super Bowl champions.
And you and I both know from experience that having the title reigning Super Bowl champs is a blessing, but a curse when the next season begins, right? Because everyone circles that game on their schedule. They can't wait to come in and play, and they often do things you don't even expect because they figure, what do we have to lose? We're playing the Super Bowl champs.
So for San Francisco, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.